Hello, the doc is in and welcome back to another chapter of Black Clover, chapter 343, Black on Black Clash. Sounds like black on black violence with extra words, but neither here nor there. In the last chapter, we get the backstory of ICHIKA. We find out about their past, their dad, he was a bad dad, find out a little bit of the history of the land of the sun, and, it's all cool, whatever. At the end of the chapter, and also the whole backstory concludes with ICHIKA basically declaring like, hey, this is why I don't like Yami. He's a terrible person. He's a murderer. And Asta, of course, is like, that don't really seem like my captain. I mean, I've known him for quite a while, and he seems pretty cool. Rough around the edges, but not that sharp. And so he's basically like, everything you just said has to be wrong. And she's like, how dare you disrespect me and say, I don't know what I'm talking about. I was there. And he's like, you were wrong. So she's like, all right, well, we're going to fight right here, right now. And if you win, good for you. But if you lose, I might kill you. And that's just how it is. So chapter starts off right where we left off in the last chapter with ICHIKA transforming into this like samurai dark magic form, right? Looks pretty cool. Personally, I think it looks pretty cool. And Asta activates Black Asta, right? And so immediately she puts up her hand. She got this like black magic thing circling around the center of her palm, right? And she's able to pull Asta in, which we know dark magic has like some gravitational properties or so. And so she's pulling him in. She's gonna go in for a slice, yank in slice. But Asta's able to cancel out her magic and not get it within range of her slash by using Devil Union, which allows him to cancel out the magic. And ICHIKA doesn't miss a beat. As soon as he cancels it out and she misses her slash, goes in for a kick, as she tends to do, but Asta is able to block it just in time. But he gets kicked into a waterfall. While in the waterfall, he goes in with his katana and he goes in for a slash. I forget what they're called, but like the infinite distance slashes, right? Goes in for a slash, ICHIKA dodges, he comes in for the follow-up, but he's not able to catch her. She's able to get up higher, as she tends to do. She usually is pretty good about dodging his attacks. And once he gets above, then she activates Dark Yojutsu Black Star, which is, I assume, is kind of similar to Black Moon. Or, well, in use, it kind of seems similar to Yuno's Star Magic, where he's kind of like able to teleport. I don't think she's teleporting, based on her description of it, which is that the stars have like gravitational pull or whatever. It seems like she's sun multiple. She's using the gravity to like move herself around really quickly, so that then it gets the same general effect of Yuno's like teleportation, right? Asta, to counteract it, he activates his Demon Destroyer sword and gets rid of all the moons, right? And so ICHIKA and Asta kind of, I assume, mentally are like, we're not going to be able to use our magic or Yojutsu, whatever, to outplay each other. We're going to have to just go head up and just win this fight. So they're coming in, right? Asta's coming in from below. ICHIKA's coming down from above. And they're coming in. It's a 10 attack. Asta swings first, but ICHIKA's once again able to dodge, touches his head, and slaps his ass straight into the floor, right? And she says, there's no way in hell that you will ever outpace me in a battle of the 10, all right? If you want to become the Wizard King, no determination, no conviction, no competence, you will never become the Wizard King or Shogun in her mind. She's just equating them. And so Asta's like, fuck all whatever, everything you all said, all right? People say that all the time. I'm reading your key, right? And obviously you're mad, right? I know that. You said this, made that very clear. But bleeding through his head, he says, it don't seem like that's all you got from me, though. Something else is going on in your head. And ICHIKA's like, I'm gonna shut that shit down, all right? You don't know who I am, all right? You're a fool. And so she comes in. She's like, all right, if we're about as a 10, I'm just gonna cut you down right here, right now, since you're talking hot. And Asta's like, I think I've figured out my Z10 style. I figured out how I want to use it. But to win this fight, I'm gonna have to use it perfectly right here, right now. One slash to win. And right as they're about to clash, Ryudo, in between them, stops the slashes, and he's like, y'all gotta chill out. And of course, ICHIKA, once she has her Shogun come in, she's like, oh, I apologize. you know what, I'm gonna cut my stomach right here, right now. And so of course Ryudo's like, you're kind of scaring me, please chill out. And then he goes to Asta and he's like, you know, you're kind of bleeding from your head and everything, you good? And so Asta's like, he's in his head, he's like, damn, like, because obviously Ichigo's looking fresh, all right? Ichigo's saying she'll kill herself right now to appease him. And Ryudo's like, to Asta, he's like, you're not looking too hot. It seemed like you were about to take that fat ass L that she's about to put on your forehead. And Asta's like, damn, like I could perform to 10. Like at that moment, had we clashed, my ass would have been the grass and she would have cut it. And so he's just like, you know, I just gotta keep practicing. I gotta get my shit together. And so then Asta like apologizes. He's like, oh, you know, I know we cut you, whatever. Apologize. Which is interesting because it didn't seem like they cut him. Because like the way he came in, first off, he didn't bleed. It doesn't seem like. But more importantly, with the power they were coming at each other with, if he came in between at the last moment, it's not like they stopped their attacks to keep from hurting him. I don't think so. Interesting, but you know, discussion portion. And so from there he's just kind of standing off into space for a moment and he's like, they've arrived, huh? And then we cut away to see none other than Sister Lily has pulled up to the land of the sun and says, I've only heard stories about this place to think it really existed. And so she pulled up. I don't know how she did it. Well, actually, we do know she can fly and teleport and stuff. So, I mean, that's how she got here. And also, there's two other paladins, it seems, with her. One of them looks kind of familiar. I believe the two are supposed to be from like the beginning of the story, like initial villains, and like, you know, they've been changed, brought back in a way. I don't know. I don't really remember who they are. But point is, here they are. And yeah, it seems like the next thing that's gonna happen is that we're going straight into the paladin. So Asta just gotta get it together. There's no other way to put it. Also, chapter's over, but yeah, he's gonna just get it together because I mean, it's either he wins here or he dies. The whole land of the sun's fucked. I mean, Ichika maybe, Ryuya maybe, depending on if Ryuya's strong at all. But Ichika maybe can wash Sister Lily, but it's going to be looking rough if that's the case. So yeah, overall, very good chapter. I quite enjoyed it. I think the fight was going well. I enjoyed the fight. Was it going well for Asta? No, not at all. He got no hits off, like at all, and he got hit once in the head, more like a push really. It was bleeding from his forehead, and as he said in that final clash, he had no Zaten, and he himself had said, oh, I only win this fight if I use Zaten perfectly right here, right now, and he could not do it. Now, he was able to do it earlier, so I don't know if that means that he hasn't been able to use it consistently this whole time, or if it's just like at this like crucial point he wasn't able to use it in the way he needed to use it, like the perfect way. It could be either one, but yeah, he was gonna take that fat ass L. So it's a good thing Ryuya came in to save them. It makes sense that he was able to see that they were about to, like, you know, have a serious clash. I imagine he probably maybe even saw the whole fight to begin with. But interesting, like I mentioned, that he takes the hit from Asta and he doesn't take damage. Very interesting. With Ichika's slash, it seems like he stops her from the hilt of her attack. And also, I mean, not even gonna say that they stopped the attack, but he was able to grab her sword from like the hilt area, so you could say reasonably, okay, maybe you just strengthened his body and just kind of took whatever force was behind it, but didn't actually get cut. With Asta's, he definitely just took the slash to the arm, which is interesting, and we never see him bleeding or anything. He does say he needs to get healed, but that could just be conjecture for Asta. And I'm kind of mentioning this stuff because it is up to question whether Ryuya, whatever, is actually a good guy or not. I mean, it could go either way, but I mean, we'll see. And Sister Lily and the Paladins pulling up to the Land of Sun is going to be interesting. We're definitely just going straight into like a fight now, because they're definitely Paladins are not showing up just to hang out. That's just a fact. They're not coming to hang out. They're gonna pull up, they're gonna start turning people, maybe killing some people. That just is how it's gonna be. So they're gonna have to beat them right here, right now. So definitely looking forward to the next chapter. But that's more or less it for this chapter. Leave a like if you like, leave a dislike if you dislike, comment. How do you think this fight's gonna turn out? Do you think Ryudo and ICHIKA are gonna be able to contribute in a significant manner against the Paladins? Or do you think it's going to be all up to Asta and learning Zaten to like beat all three of these guys? I think not, but we'll see. Also, what do you think of Ryudo? Do you think he's going to turn out to still be evil, or you think because Paladins have showed up by this point and he stopped ICHIKA from murdering the hell out of Asta, that he's probably just going to end up being just a actually well-to-do guy with no real evil intentions or anything? And yeah, just leave those in the comments, or whatever else you want to leave in the comments. Feel free to subscribe if you want to see more videos on each chapter when the chapter comes out, and feel free to check out the channel if you want to see what other content I cover. We're going to be posting new content, a lot of new content coming up soon, as long as I have time, which I should, hopefully. And yeah, thank you for watching the video up to this point, or skip it to this point if you're weird. And the doc is out. Peace.